Guys, welcome to Next Step with Cherry. So today we are going to talk about two countries that have a very good news that I want to share with you guys. But guys, before we go on, please remember to click on the like button and share this video with your friends, because it's going to be an informative video and it's going to guide you on a decision if you would want to go to this country or the other country. So recently we've been talking a lot about European countries and also their need. There is something that is called the hunt for talents. So like many countries are hunting for skilled workers. Australia is hunting for skilled workers. We can see from the changes that they have made in their visa process. Canada also is hunting for skilled workers. US, UK. So all those countries are hunting for skilled workers. Then what about Europe? So for Europe, they are actually trying to make changes in their immigration system, because even if they make a change that will like minimize the amount, that will minimize the requirement needed for you to get a work visa, like for you to get a job and then get a work visa, sometimes the employers don't know how to go about this. So they sometimes will prefer someone that is already in Europe. So even those that will know how to go about this, it might be very competitive. So the countries that are mainly or heavily affected with this shortage of skills, they are trying to make a way and also to find a way to make it easier for the employers as well as the skilled migrant from outside EU. So most countries have tried this. They have tried using the Jobseeker visa and all other things, but Germany will be the first country to implement this Canada-like points-based immigration system. So this is not going to be as Jobseeker visa, in the sense that the short amount of time that you will need for you to get, like the short amount of time that you need to stay in Germany to get the job, it will be way longer than that, and then you will not need job offer for you to move to Germany. So a few weeks ago, I think around February, March, the Prime Minister of Germany and the Minister of Foreign Affairs posted on Twitter that they have come to conclusion with this. I mean, they have talked with the parliament and everything with this particular pathway, which is going to bring in skilled workers, because they are very much in need of skilled workers. I know that they need like 100,000 nurses or medical workers, healthcare workers, and a lot more other areas. So they are trying to make it a bit favorable in the sense of language and age and degrees needed and everything, so it will not be like too much process. So yesterday, which is 27th of April, they as well posted that there is progress in this particular pathway, and that is why I want us to talk about it, so that you will get ready if you want to move to Germany, because the Minister of Foreign Affairs have already posted that they are almost close to what they want to implement. So how is this going to be? It's going to be like the Jobseeker visa, but this time around, because the Jobseeker visa requires you to have bachelor's. This time around, it might not require you to have bachelor's. It might be like vocational training and your high school and if you have bachelor's. So it might be like point based. And another thing is that there also might be English will be acceptable as well as German, just like the Austria Jobseeker visa, where English has the same point as German language. So, but I will as well urge you to, if you think that this pathway is going to be very favorable for you, because it's not a study pathway, you just move to Germany to start looking for work. If your point reaches their cutoff point, they will pick you, they will nominate you, and then you will move. And another thing is that there are some sectors that they are highly in need of workers, so they are probably going to start with those sectors, and then to like invite people in those sectors. So I would encourage you to go and look for the shortage occupation list in Germany and see if your occupation falls under that. Then you can start by learning German language. It's not compulsory, but it will help you when you arrive Germany for you to be able to find a job. So when I am hoping by the end of this year or before the end of this year, they will finally put it out so that you will start applying. And it's just like a point-based system where you calculate your point. If you know that you meet the criteria, then you can move forward with the requirements and you can apply for your visa. So this is how this works. So when you move, it will have like a longer amount of time than the Jobseeker visa for you to be able to live in Germany and also find job, which will be easier for employers because they know that you are already in Germany. Now, the second news that I'm going to tell you guys, because I've not really talked about this country, and that is Spain. please don't run away, because this is a very good news. So I've not really talked about it previously, but I got in contact with someone in Spain, and he told me, he explained all the benefits in this country, which we have not been thinking about. So, you know, like Portugal, when you know that if you stay in Portugal for like 1 year and you give birth to a baby, then your baby will have citizenship. Well, in Spain, it turns out that it is also the same thing, in the sense that when you arrive as a student or worker or something like that, you arrive Spain and you give birth, you don't really need to stay one year or so. So far you give birth in Spain, then you have to get resident permit first for your child. You don't need to get passport, your country passport for the child. You need to get the Spanish resident permit for the child first. Then after 1 year, the child can now apply for citizenship. Yes, just like that. Okay, so that is how it works. And then they also have like free healthcare, and also like free education for your kids. And when you talk about the tuition is even way cheaper than Portugal. You'll be getting tuition of 1,500, even 800 euros in public universities. You'll be getting as much as 3,000. You'll be getting as much as 5,000. The 5,000 might be like business schools and private universities, which in Portugal it is even way expensive. It is more expensive than in Spain. And then the person also explained like the visa process. So how you can go about Spain. I'm going to just make it short because of time. How you can go about it. There are some universities. I'm going to keep the link in the video description. There are some business universities. If you want to go through it, at least you can pay instrumentally. And if you want to go through public universities, which I mentioned that is like 1,000 or 800 euros, you can as well do research on that and go through that. But as the guy said, that once you get your admission, you pay for your tuition deposit, they give you the offer letter, and then you have to do legalization the same way as Italy. So you have to do legalization of your academic documents, your marriage certificate, because you can move with your family as a student. Yes, you can move with your family. So you need to apply to a visa called accompanied student visa. So you are not applying for family reunification visa. You have to apply for accompanied, that is for your partner, accompanied student visa. So now with that, you legalize your marriage certificate, criminal record, your birth certificates, your children birth certificate if you're going with a child, and also your attestation of birth. It has to be signed by your parents, your guardian, and not your sibling or your husband and wife. So if I am a husband, my parents are going to sign it, or my uncle. If I don't have parents, that also goes to your wife, and then your kids, you are the one that is going to sign that. So that is the attestation. You have to do it in court. So when you get all those documents, I'm going to list it in the video description as well. When you get all those documents, then the next thing that you're going to do is to book an appointment for you to go to the Spanish embassy to submit for legalization. So the Spanish embassy runs somewhere around Monday, Tuesday, and then you get it on Friday or something like that. I'm still going to explain it more in the video description, so you read through the video description. So when you submit it, they will now call you to come and collect the document. So once you collect the document, you then start for your proof of fund. So for the proof of fund for you and your wife, I'm still going to explain it on the screen or in the video description, how much you need and how you can go about it. So you need to provide an active account, 3-month bank account for that, and then you book appointment, and then you go and present for your visa document. So that is basically how the visa document works. So it takes around 4 weeks or so, but before 4 to 8 weeks, and then you will get your visa, and then you can be able to move. So when it comes to like cities that you can move, the guy recommended Madrid and Barcelona, and also other closer cities that are like in big cities. But he said that the rent is affordable, in the sense that he said he pays something around 400 for family of 3 or family of 5, something like that. He pays around 400 euros for 2 rooms and 1 living room for family of 4 or 5 or something like that. So he says that 1,000 euro is enough for you and your family of 3 or 4, your wife and 2 kids, So he also mentioned a lot of jobs that are there, and he as well mentioned that that you might face a little bit of language barrier. So it is also essential that you put that into calculation when you are making your plan. It's more like in every European country, you always face the language barrier. So it also depends for you to do like a research on the jobs that you can get there and something around that. So these are the good news that I wanted to share with you guys. I don't know if it made sense at all, but guys, please remember to click the like button and share this information with your friends that are looking into moving to Europe this year or next year, because there is still time this year anyways. So yeah, so with that we come to the end of this video. And if you like this video, please remember to click the like button and share with your friends. See you on my next video. Bye.